Hey guys, welcome back to the Ministry Podcast. We got a brand new episode ready for you on April 23rd. It's a Wednesday, and it's a good day, and we're ready, with another episode. So here we go. Next Generation Leader. Today is going to be a resource video. I want to share with you in about 5 minutes or less about one of the resources that I've used, one of the first books that I read when I, started getting into ministry and started being mentored by my pastor. And this is a book written by Andy Stanley. There's a yellow, it's kind of hard to see here. Anyhow, Next Generation Leader by Andy Stanley, and it's 5 essentials for those who will shape the future. And basically, it goes into a lot of different aspects of leadership and ministry, but essentially, he begins by saying, there are leaders now, and there have been leaders before, but we're going to be raising ourselves up to be the next leaders, and we're going to be raising other people to be the next leaders. So how do we harness what we have now and channel the things that we have now to create in ourselves the new levels of leadership, as well as in the generations to come? So Next Generation Leader definitely was a benefit to me. I really enjoyed the book. It's another short read. Let me see here if I can get the page amount. I don't have the book in hand, so I can't tell you exactly offhand. But basically, it's 176 pages. Okay, so less than 200 pages. It's a pretty thin book, and the print isn't that big either. So another simple read, and I believe it'll benefit you. But some of the parts of this book, I'm going to share with you the breakdown, which is courage, clarity, competence, coachability, and character. And one of the things that he starts off with, which what really got to me, and something that I shared with our church and some of the youth that I talked to, was that every idea, every law, every practice that we have right now was somebody's good idea, in the past. And things change all the time because there's innovation, because there's new methods of doing things, because there are new and sometimes faster ways, more efficient ways, and just different ways of doing things. But the truth is that no matter what you do, you're going to come up to a place where something needs to change. And when you go to change those things, at the time, somebody before you was, it basically set up the principles or the rules or the laws, whatever it is in your organization, because it was a good idea and it was helping things. So an example, if you think about early on in the days of automobiles, they thought going over 30 or 40 miles an hour was not physically possible for a human's body to contain or to be able to handle, and they thought that it would kill humans, so they limited people to going below something like 40 miles an hour. And the truth is, we know differently now. But at the time, they thought they were helping, and to their best knowledge and to their understanding, that was a good system to set up and to try and help things. Well, now we go, plenty. Some places in the U.S. is like 80 miles an hour is the speed limit. Definitely things change, and we also have to consider that when things change, as we're talking about the next generation. We're basically having to step on some other people's ideas and change them or move them. And it's not always easy, and people don't always respond well to that. So we have to consider that. But as well, we have to try and remind people that we want to make things better, and we want to build upon what other people have done. And so, but to consider that along the way. So courage. So that's one of the things that he was talking about is having the will and the attitude and the determination to do things that aren't popular, which is, with change, is generally not a popular thing to do. And so he goes into a number of different things about that. Clarity is one of the things that we have to understand our purpose. We have to understand where God has us and where He's taking us. Competence, knowing our abilities and knowing our limits. Coachability, realizing that without a coach, we're not going to get as far as we could as having a coach, having a mentor, having someone to help spur us on. And character, making sure we do the right things even when people aren't overseeing us or making sure that we're getting things done. So anyhow, hopefully you guys will check this book out. It's once again Andy Stanley, and it's the next generation leader. He's also got a podcast. I'm bringing it up real quick. Let's see. I'll show this here. You can't see it real well. Here's his face right here. There's a you can't see it. There's another Andy Stanley leadership podcast. But anyhow, so look him up. Check out the book. If you guys like this video, subscribe, send us a comment, question. We want to hear from you. And you can reach us on Facebook. You can reach us on Tumblr, Twitter, any of these channels, theministrypodcast.com. You can email me at marco@theministrypodcast.com. And hopefully we hear from you guys soon. God bless you, and we'll see you next time.